Good afternoon, my beautiful loved ones. How are you this day? May God continue to watch over you and protect you as you move through this day. May the arms and the angels of the universe of love cover you and protect you all from whatever you're going through, whatever situation is around you. May the energy of love encircle you and gravitate from you no matter what the circumstance is. You must be loved because that is the only thing that we have. And that is the most important thing is love coming from us, being us, as us, divided by nothing because everything is from love from the beginning. When you have an idea, that's love expressing through you to create something. Your job is to understand that and learn to allow the process to unfold day by day, moment by moment. Sit yourself down, write a plan for your life. How do you want it to be? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do with your life? It's your choice. All you have to do is just sit still, ask yourself a few questions about what you really want in life. What do you really want? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be in 5 years? 2 years? Where do you want to be by the end of this year? Since this is the beginning of the new year, you might as well start right now. It's a step-by-step process, no matter what it is. You can create it if you're willing to put in the work to make it happen. It's your job to make sure you get the things that you want without harming anyone. Because remember, it's all about love. It's the one thing that no one can take from you, the love that's in your heart. And if you don't have any love in your heart, guess what? It's still there. You just have to deconstruct all the bricks and the boulders and the bags that you've placed on top of your heart that has made it harden. It's in there. Just trust me. Look inside of you right now and see what you really feel about you. Things may not be exactly the way you want to, but remember, you're still here. You have a choice. He gave us this life to live it abundantly, expectantly, and lovingly in the process until it's time for us to return to where we came from. That invisible energy that no one knows where it goes, but it's always here, evenly present, pressed down, shaken together to create the universe that we call life and the life force. It is all love. We just keep forgetting that it's really all about love. And no matter what the circumstances is, people can learn to love if they would drop some of their mental, egotistical viewpoints about a lot of situations, about a lot of things, and mostly about their own self. Because love created you, whether it was intentional or unintentional. The fact that you're here, love created you. Your mother and father came together and created a spark, and the universal energy of life took it from there and said, okay, it's time for you to be born again. So, here you are. What do you want to do with the rest of these days? This is your life. You don't have to be hateful. You don't have to be abused. You don't have to not love yourself. You don't have to continue to look outside of yourself for love. It all starts at home. And you really have to sit still to learn who you are and the thoughts that you have inside of your head. Because that's where the battlefield is, inside of your head. You get good thoughts and you get bad thoughts. Your choice. is to decide which ones you really want. Some are easier than others, and some make you put in a little sweat equity. But that's the kind you will appreciate it because you actually earned it and worked for it. So give yourself a chance. Don't continue to keep beating yourself up. No matter what the circumstances of the outside universe is about, you still have the power to control your thoughts. This is your call. I say this with love. I send this with love to whoever has the opportunity to share, show, or participate in this few moments of time that I decided to just say, hey, I love you guys. May not know any of you, but I love you anyway. You know why? Because that's the only thing to do. I shouldn't hate you because I don't know you. I shouldn't hate you because you did something to me. I should forgive you, just like I must forgive myself for all my own trespasses against things, people, and situations in life. Even though we always say, oh, I've never done anything to anybody, someone was offended by you somewhere along the line, and you may not never even knew it. So it's all good. That's why forgiving is a blessing to the individual that does the forgiving. It is not for the person that has inflicted anything on you. It's for you to heal yourself, so you're not walking around building up bricks to cover up your heart, so that you'll eventually forget to love yourself, because then bricks get heavy, and you won't allow yourself to be happy based on the fact that those bricks are there, and most of the bricks are mental bricks that we've placed there. Don't ask me why we do it. Pity, party, whatever you want to call it. We just do it instead of just letting them go. They're all just experiences that we have to go through in order to learn life lessons. Because that's all life is a bunch of lessons. And you learn from the experiments or the experience and the experiments that we create, because they are experiments, because none of us knows what we're doing until we know what we know. And that takes wisdom. Sometimes you get guided in the right direction. Sometimes you don't get guided in the right direction. But the best thing you can do is discover yourself for you, so that you can take control of your life and allow you to be the loving person that you really want to be. It's your call. I know it's a lot of stuff going on now, and I'm not going to even get into that because I just want to be about love. That's what's missing. That's what I think. In spite of the circumstances, I know people don't want to deal with their own self or the truth. Just don't want to deal with it. It's difficult. I firmly agree with that, but you can't keep doing it forever and expect to be happy. Why? Is it going to take you anywhere? Probably not. Yeah, it probably will take you somewhere, normally to the grave or to the hospital, because you're walking around filling up bricks and stuff, and your body's getting heavy, you're tired, your mind is heavy, full of thoughts and stuff, and need to do this, need to do that, when most of the time all you need to do is just sit still and allow you to rediscover you. Because I know you love yourself. You just had a bunch of shit, stuff, whatever you want to call it, that you had to go through. We all have to go through it. It's a learning process. That's why the older individuals always can give good advice to younger people, because we've had the experiences. And we don't always want to share our experiences, because some stuff is very hurtful and some stuff brings back emotions that people don't want to deal with anymore. But the past is the past. And when we learn that and really understand what that means, we will learn to allow stuff to just go. Why should something that happened to you 20 years ago still have power over you today? You tell me. I'm trying to figure it out myself. But I do know, if you dig through the layers and stop lying to yourself about who you are and who you want to be, and really work on you being the best you want to be, you can't lose, because the God force inside of you, once it sees you're making the adjustments, it will allow those bricks to slowly shred away from you, brick by brick, until you can start pumping your own personal love out of your own heart and start looking at life differently than you had before. It's up to you. It's up to us. This is our world. We create whatever we want to create. We can go insane with the outside world if we want to, but I know for sure it's about the internal peace that you keep in your heart. That really means something to you. And I know it has been difficult these last couple of years, just trying to figure out what the crap is going on out here. But there is something going on. And all I can say is I just want you to be a part of the newness of you. Because if you're not new, then you won't see. You'll continue to use the old methods and old technologies to participate in this life. And well, when you use old things all the time, they're good for cooking and certain pots and pans. You have your special pan that you're cooking in, but we're talking about your mindset here. Your mindset is the most important thing that needs to be brand new, coated with the Teflon love of God from you, because He already loves you. You just pulled away from it. There's the joke. God and the passenger sit in the car, and the passenger was asking God, "Why did you do? Why did you do this? Why did you do that?" And God was like, "Well, when you was acting a fool back there, turning around trying to see what was on, you didn't see that truck that was about to hit the car, so I moved the car over to the left a little bit. And then the other time when you was walking out of the car and the truck was coming, and I closed the door, or I didn't let you open the door so the truck had time to pass you." And then at the end of the conversation, it goes like, you're sitting in the passenger seat. God is in the driver's seat. But we like to switch roles and take the driver's seat. And all the time, God is really in control. And we're the passengers on a journey that we've yet to discover about our own self. So you can let go of the steering wheel if you want to, and allow the true you to come out. And it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. It's up to you. It's worth it for you to love yourself, to learn to love yourself, to allow you to be you, not the egotistical you. Not the one that like to fly around, dress up, look pretty, ego trip, and all that stuff. Not that you. The you that's humble, sits still, relax, sees a lot of stuff going on, knows that there's choices to make, and see other people, watching them move and make their mistakes. And when you don't judge them for doing whatever they are doing, you learn more about yourself. Because it's always an inside job to rediscovering your best self. So please take a moment and take some time to allow yourself to love you. Forget all the stuff that's going on outside. Who are you? Forget the materialistic stuff. What are you doing for you? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be at? Remember, it always starts inside. Slowly, patiently, and faithfully. Know that your provider will not leave you hanging when you walk with Him through this path. Amen. God bless you. Be well and be safe, my brothers and sisters. because there's nothing but love, and it's all about you. Always all about you. God loves you, and so do I.